At the last meeting, I sat in astonishment as Superintendent Roberts tried to gaslight us regarding public comments at these meetings. He told us how important it was that everyone speaking felt listened to by this board, regardless if the board hears things they disagree with.
What up, y'all? Take a look at what we have here. This 14-year-old girl completely dismantles this school board. Take a watch, and I'll leave some comments here in a second.
Please stand and join me in saying it now.
Ooh, love it.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You openly disrespected the flag and our nation. You should be ashamed of our...
Okay, so as stated, this girl is only 14 years old. Hence me attempting to block out her face on the internet, which seems pretty counterproductive, seeing as her own videos are not blocked out. But you know, I'm not a creep, so that's what I'm doing. Of course, her original video will be linked down in the description. And give a shout out to the Mike over at the Armed Fisherman. That's who uploaded it today, and I seen it. Alright, let's watch a little more, and I'm going to give my thoughts at the end.
No, we're here to listen to you. Nobody can
No, you asked that we abide by your rules and set our literature here for Mr. Brodsky to pass out. And if you're not going to abide by your own rules, I will take those back and I will pass those out myself to all of you. So it's either
You want
one
to
or the
start the
other.
time? I'm sorry, you cannot really make your own rules up.
It's under the Robert Rules of Order.
You just said it.
Pass them out.
No, he didn't.
Pass them out.
You just said it.
I don't think we should be reading here right now.
You were reading them.
Put it in the minutes too. My camera's on, so I don't need your...
Reclaim her minutes.
Reclaim her
It
minutes.
hasn't started yet.
I have not started yet. I reclaim my time. It is my First Amendment right. You reset that timer.
No.
Yes.
Reset her time.
Reset the time.
Gentlemen, reset the time,
What's
gentlemen.
wrong with you people?
Set the time.
There's a young lady coming here.
Afraid.
Reset my time.
Sir, thank you.
Don't come at me. Everybody stops. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. Because you're out of order. Reset her time.
Reset my time.
Be a gentleman.
All you gotta do is reset her
You
time.
should start.
A little courtesy.
Reset my time.
Well, you guys are digging
Or I will talk all the time.
a hole.
Snowflakes.
Now, I don't know about you folks, but this girl, she's got bigger cojones than 88% of America. We're starting to notice this trend where people are going and actually showing up to all these town meetings and doing their best to redress their government. I've seen many videos like this of people getting out there and starting to make a difference. And people are really starting to vote out these scumbags that are just in it for the money and don't give a flying fuck about the public.
At the last meeting, I sat in astonishment as Superintendent Roberts tried to gaslight us regarding public comments at these meetings. He told us how important it was that everyone speaking felt listened to by this board, regardless if the board hears things they disagree with. Oh, the hypocrisy, especially after most of this board walked out while I was addressing you at the August meeting. Then, this board's lawyer, Mr. Collins, tried to set rules regarding the content of people's speeches, but also claimed the idea wasn't to censor people. Newsflash, Mr. Collins. Your rules are the very definition of censorship. Apparently, this board is not familiar with the U.S. Constitution, so I've given each of you a copy. Can be obtained online. No, it is my First Amendment right, and you have taken my time, so I reclaim that time back. Let me see. going to continue.
Please, Your Honor.
Not a valid argument. Claiming that removing the contentious...
Please, no. No, excuse me. We're gonna hand him back to you.
Oh, let her go.
Please.
Let her go. Ask your
I
lawyer.
don't think we're running the meeting, sir.
No, but ask your lawyer.
Are you afraid?
It's not gonna hurt anything.
Intimidated by a child?
Yes, yes. They are. They're afraid. Pornography, what you want?
Ask your lawyer.
It's scary.
When I refused to allow you to violate my First Amendment rights, you abandoned your seats, depriving me the right to address this board. That was a violation of the Open Meetings Act. Then, you tried to hide this by editing the video footage of the last meeting before posting it on the school website. You removed most of my speech and Mr. King's reply stating his support for his wife's social media post that tried to shame me. You removed Mr. Pearl adjourning the meeting without a floor motion and the footage showing most of you leaving while a child was addressing you.
Now, what this young girl is saying right here is important. I don't know if you all know this. I'm sure you know the first part. Let me explain. If you work for the government or the public, if you, i.e., work for we the people, you are open to criticism. Anything to stifle that is a violation. Now, that even crosses over to social media. If you happen to use your social media in a way that is subject to your work, i.e., working for we the people, then we the people have the right and a moral obligation to call you out on that. What has been going on is officials have been doing that, and then they would go and delete comments that they didn't like or agree with, which is actually a violation of the First Amendment and free speech. They are not allowed to do that. That would be the same as them videotaping you with their private phone while on public, while in their duties of being a public servant. So that's why this is important, what she was saying here. Anyways, we'll let the video finish. It's been kind of a long one, and I will catch you guys on the flip. Remember, swing over to Armed Fisherman and give them thanks for highlighting this.
Time for a reality check here. I wonder if people realize what Mr. Roberts, this district superintendent's salary is. I looked it up and saw it's over $392,000 per year. That's almost as much as the U.S. president. And what are parents getting for that price? It's certainly not a top-notch education for their kids. Proficiency scores in this district have been abysmal for years. The math proficiency at Chippewa Valley High School and Wyandotte Middle School is only 29%. It's only 22% in Algonquin Middle School. Clinton Valley's score is shocking, 20%. The reading proficiency at Erie and Miami Elementary is at 35%, and Ottawa Elementary is only 20%. These scores are definitely not worthy of an almost $400,000 yearly price tag.
Rather than admit to his hypocrisy and support for a hate group, stop interrupting me, I didn't interrupt you.
She has 3 minutes.
Or even apologize in any fashion. He laughed it off at the last meeting and said, in part, quote, "There's an odd fascination." Turn my microphone back on.
I will when President.
I've given you your first warning.
So you're violating my First Amendment rights, and you don't want to hear about.
This is limited First Amendment rights by.
How are you gonna limit First Amendment? No, it's not limited, buddy.
School board.
Okay.
Just because you don't agree.
She's not making a threat. Minutes are running on.
Screenshots, and I have all the information.
I
It's
don't
true.
really care. Okay.
You don't care? Okay.
that I don't want any personal attacks.
I'm getting to that part.
me,
Stop interrupting me, please.
No,
Reclaim your
I'm
time.
going to interrupt you.
Reclaim
If
your time.
you continue, you'll be asked to go to the second warning.
How are you gonna give her a second warning if she's not interrupting?
Now, we can see clearly that there is only one board member remaining here. What does that say to the parents?